I've been quite busy these past couple months, and if you haven't seen why, I'll link that video below. One of those things that keeps me very busy is the creative agency that I run with my husband, James. I'm usually in the water, but today I thought it would be a fun extra video if I broke down the commercial that we recently created. We produced it, we wrote it, we shot it, we edited it, like the whole thing. This was our second commercial that was nationally aired, and I thought it would be a fun, nerdy video to break down. The first commercial that we shot was shot in the person's home, so since they agreed to be on the commercial, they obviously agreed to use their home as the set. This second commercial that we're talking about today wasn't shot in a home. Usually we shoot everything in our apartment, but because the talent was actually in Virginia, we decided to go to Virginia, find an Airbnb. I got the permission from the Airbnb owner. All he requested was that we don't film outside of the Airbnb, which we weren't planning on doing anyway. And it was sweet. It was a really, really cool spot. We're going down. Our unit is James's head. That's where we're at. And this is the Chesapeake Bay. You just go down the dunes.
This would be cool if this was like a slide though.
Yeah. You just go straight into the water. It's really pretty. Oh, okay. I need to focus. There's a setting on the A7S. It's like recording emphasis. It makes around the screen turn red, and I think we should turn it on.
What?
Yes. Sometimes.
I don't even know what you're saying. Recording emphasis?
I'll show you
later. It lets you know that it's recording.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because sometimes we press record and it actually turns the camera off. Horrible mistake.
Bad.
It's really, really pretty here.
It is. It's very beautiful. There's some sailboats over there. I think everybody just has a sailboat here.
Yeah, and it smells like salt. We only had a 30-second time spot for this commercial, so we had to be very precise in everything that we communicated on camera, whether it be verbally or visibly, starting off with writing the script. I hate writing anything, really. I don't like literature. Words suck, but thankfully I'm surrounded by people who are really good writers. So honorable mentions go to Bailey, Carly, and James for helping me figure out the script for this Judy commercial. Okay, Bailey, so what are you thinking about when you are going into your writing zone in terms of the value propositions and the messaging that we were trying to get across on TV?
It's interesting because when we first launched, we thought that so many different types of messaging would resonate with people, whether it was we customize your kits to your zip code or you are vulnerable to hurricanes. That wasn't what was getting them to buy Judy. Over the past few months, we've realized that it's really about having the peace of mind, knowing that Judy is there.
So essentially what we had to do was over the last couple of months with customer research, we understood what messaging actually resonates with people, and we had to condense that into a 30-second time frame. And then obviously we had the call to action because this was a holiday commercial.
I think that with it being the holidays and with it being 2020, feeling secure and feeling at home, you know, we still use the meteorologist Cheryl as our source of credibility. So I feel like once we got that out of the gate, then we can really focus in on the emotional aspects.
Well, you did a really good job, and thank you so much for helping me write it, because it would have been as if a third grader wrote that script.
No, it's tricky. We're constantly surprised about what people care about and what messaging brings them to Judy.
On the script, we also wrote down animation notes and visual notes for James and myself. The script basically turned into an all-in-one storyboard script combo. One benefit of doing it that way, and I'm not saying that this is like the best way to do it, but a benefit was we shared the script with the talent. Obviously, she had to know what she was saying, and she also was able to kind of envision what the end video would end up being. I think for future commercials, if we ever make any, we'll probably do that same thing. Script, storyboard, combo. Working with anybody aside from James is actually pretty intimidating because there's a lot more pressure to be organized and to really seem like I have all of our crap together. When it's James and I, we both know that we don't have our crap together, so we can kind of fumble our way through, problem solve. So the storyboard script combo, getting everything approved up front, really made the production and post-production part like 1,000 times easier. Plus, if you get your approval on the script and then people are saying like, hey, can we add this in? And obviously you can't add it in because you already shot the commercial 3 weeks ago. You can say, the script was approved. We actually can't add that in because that would involve additional filming, which would involve XYZ, and it'll cost you a bunch of money. More times than not, when people have these like amazing, enlightened ideas after you finish the project, they'll change their mind if they realize it costs them more money. I don't know if that's good business or not, but whatever. James and I have been working all day long. I was a little bit irritable. You were irritable too, I would say.
Well, we both feel in our waves.
So I was like, you know what? We need to go outside, go for a walk because it's good for us. And that's why, James, I think we need to move to be closer to the beach because we can literally, depending on our next apartment, just do this. Like, this is so good. Yeah. And if we had Cooper, if it was like a dog-friendly beach, that'll make me happy.
Oh, that would be crucial, yeah.
Yeah, he could play fetch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's walk. When having this really tight timeline of 30 seconds, you have to be super creative in terms of what you're communicating on camera. One of the ways that we accomplished that was all of the B-roll that we shot, and especially all of the animation that we added in. Animation is fantastic because number one, it's visually appealing, like it looks super cool. And number two, the person on camera can be communicating one thing and the animation can be supporting that while adding different value propositions versus like what the person is actually verbally saying. While James and I are competent enough in After Effects, we're always learning new tricks and things. We're not animators. So we hired an animator. Thank you, Brandon. You're fantastic. Okay, really quick, let's pretend that we want to put this animation right here in our video. We would never do this, but for explainer's sake, I want to show you how easy it is to link After Effects and Premiere. Go down to Adobe Dynamic Link, import After Effects composition, you click it, and then you go navigate your files to the specific location that you have your After Effects project. This, I think, is the right sequence. One benefit of linking it is, let's say I wanted to change this text right here to Comic Sans. Boom, nice Cyber Monday deal. It updates it right away. Through editing YouTube videos, we figured out how to edit these short form videos in a way that really performs well. Honestly, I don't know how we figured it out, but we did. That's all I've got for this video. I'm excited for the new year. I'm excited for all of the things that James and I are up to. We are very overly ambitious, and I feel like right now we're at the moments where we're kind of like, you know, the horses when they're like chomping at the bits and they're just ready to go and zoom out the gates. I feel like I'm ready to zoom out the gates. So thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new around here, and have a fantastic day. Bye.